If you own a home in London, here's your reminder that spring cleanup is not just about buying mulch and pretending you enjoy yard work. There's actually a few city-specific things that you need to know this week before you start hauling stuff to the curb or making landscaping plans. So first off, if you're planning on getting rid of bulky junk like stuff, thinking like old furniture or mattresses, those oversized items that people like to drag to the curb, well, you can't just do that. You can't just put it on the curb and hope for the best because they're not going to take it. In London, those large items have to be booked and then they come to your next scheduled garbage day. And there's a 4-item limit per household as well. So before you start tossing half your basement to the curb, make sure it's actually scheduled and make sure that it's no more than 4. Secondly, yard cleanup season is here. We all know, as you can tell, the sun is out. It's lovely. But yard waste is only collected on green weeks. So it's not whenever you feel inspired after a sunny afternoon like today. The city collects yard waste like leaves and branches, pumpkins in the fall, plant trimmings, things like that. So if you don't know your week, check your collection calendar first, because putting it out on the wrong week is very common and super annoying for your neighbors. Trust me. Also, if your timing is off or if you have more than what they can take on that day, please take your yard waste to an EnviroDepot. They're open 6 days a week, all day long. Use them if you need. Now, for the more useful spring stuff, if you're working on curb appeal, enhancing your landscaping, London's Earth Day tree giveaway is happening on April 22nd, and the city is giving away just over 2,000 trees. And I think that this is genuinely one of the few worthwhile free things that homeowners can take advantage of. So do it. Now, if the boulevard in front of your home looks a little bare, maybe it's a little patchy, maybe it kind of got hit hard from the snow this winter, you can request a boulevard tree from the city, and they are being planted now. They also do it in the fall, but they do it now as well. But it is based on approval, right? So they look at things like your utilities, your sight lines, and the existing conditions on your boulevard. So you can't just freestyle your own landscaping and call it urban planning. Sorry, it doesn't work that way. And then one more niche thing that a lot of homeowners don't know about. If you have a mature tree, like I do, I got a couple in my yard, and London's Tree Canopy Conservation Program could help with funding so that you can trim those trees or maintain them however you need. Now, the trees do need to be 40 centimeters or greater in diameter, and the work does have to be done by a qualified arborist. So you can't, just get out there willy-nilly yourself and do that. And this is a good one to remember, especially if you're dealing with a super large older tree, because the cost is going to sting. Weather-wise, don't let one decent day like today fool you into acting like it's full-on summer. We know this. We have false springs all the time. London's forecast is supposed to drop below freezing tonight and tomorrow night. Yay! But then it is going to warm up throughout the middle of the week. It's going to go up to about 20 degrees by Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, I think. So cleanup and edging, mulching, all that kind of outdoor prep does make sense, but hold off on being overly confident with tender plants just yet, because they're going to freeze. That's it. That's your London homeowner update for the week ahead. Small things, local things, but exactly the kind of things that save you hassle, money, and one unnecessary argument with the curb.